A low-carbon economy by 2050, that's the aim of the energy roadmap. The EU imports 52% of its energy, most of it from fossil fuels, so the Commission has set out a strategy with which most agree.
The disagreement is on the means and the ways and the mechanism and the policy that we will use till we get to this ultimate goal.
The EU wants to cut carbon emissions by at least 80%. A Parliament report on the plans will be debated as MEPs meet in Strasbourg. A low-carbon economy will save money in the long term, but it requires higher initial investment.
Obviously, we have to build a lot of wind farms, we've got to build a lot of grid, we've got to install a lot of photovoltaics, etc. But what then happens is that you save a huge amount on your operating expenditure, so you don't have to buy the coal and the gas.
The EU could save up to €320 billion a year in imported energy. Renewables are part of the solution. Wind power in northern Europe, for instance, solar in the south. But the EU needs to do more research.
Since we are so sensitive on the environment, we should be more innovative on finding out solutions for having a clean energy.
Europe will need a smart grid to distribute energy and reduce volatility of supply, but the roadmap also includes the continued use of fossil fuels towards 2050, which bothers some.
There is a general acceptance that we need to decarbonise the electricity supply by then. We have to be producing electricity that doesn't put greenhouse gas emissions into the air.
A low-carbon future requires different sectors to reduce their CO2 outputs by different amounts, 95% in the case of power stations, transport, and by making buildings more efficient.
Once you've essentially implemented whatever it is, you've put in new windows, added heat pumps, various other energy efficiency measures that one can take in a building, that's then cost taken out of your cost picture forever.
According to some experts, failure to achieve the target by 2050 could see global temperatures rise as much as 6 degrees by the end of the century, a disaster for Europe and the world.